KATC Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo.
Welcome back. Well, rough weather over the last 12 hours or so, even a little bit longer than that. Severe weather threat, and then it segued to a flood situation, and the waters continue to rise. Getting close to leveling off. In fact, we'll start in Lafayette. Take a look at that Vermilion River, because that is the bellwether for Lafayette Parish. And the latest graphic showing that the river is at 15.25, which is the 8th all-time highest level recorded at the Vermilion. You got to go back to 2016 since it's been higher, and that was at 17.86. So fortunately, we're not going to get that level. Weather Service has it cresting at 16 feet. I think we're going to crest below 16 feet, but nonetheless, all the bayous and the ditches that feed into the Vermilion, that's where there is trouble right now, and you have flooding in those subdivisions in around those areas for sure across portions of Acadiana. But hopefully the high water leveling off or getting very close to that at this point, and hopefully a gradual retreat as we head deeper into the nighttime hours. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that, and we'll continue to watch that overnight tonight. But 15.25 the latest reading. So we have one impulse of weather that moved through today, maybe another one tomorrow. I'm not sure about that. And then back to the west, more activity back to the west with tornado watches, severe thunderstorm warning watches and warnings going on right now across West Texas. And interestingly enough, the Storm Prediction Center was looking at our area and said it might be a tornado or two, but we're not going to issue a tornado watch. And we proceeded to have at least 7 tornadic reports, and we'll get to that in just a bit. Ongoing right now, flash flood watch for all of Acadiana. This is through Thursday, so we have all this high water, saturated grounds. So anytime we have a 2 to 4 inch rainfall threat, which will be tomorrow, perhaps Wednesday again, hopefully not Thursday, we're going to be looking at flood warnings once again. And we have ongoing warnings right now across a good part of St. Martin into St. Landry, all of Lafayette Parish for the most part, Vermilion, and eastern portions of, a good part of Acadia Parish as well, into northern portions of Vermilion Parish. So here's the radar right now, what we have going on as we dial into 5 Doppler radars here locally. You see the very intense storms offshore. Those are working their way into the southeastern parishes of Acadiana, as the models promised us. Still lingering rains across Lafayette Parish on eastward, but they're not as intense nor flooding as we get into portions of Iberia Parish. Strong storms now in Vermilion, Chaffalaya Bay, a lot of cloud ground lightning, maybe some pea-sized hail, gusty winds as well. This is working its way into Iberia, mainly St. Mary Parish, and this is going to slowly work its way eastward as we head into the overnight hours. Probably it's going to be several hours more before these storms clear the area, probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, so we'll have to watch the radar closely through that. Here's the rainfall in the last 24 hours. Most of this, what you see right here, came in the last 6 to 8, anywhere between 6 to 10 inches of rain across portions of Lafayette Parish, St. Martin, and into Vermilion and Acadia Parish. And then back to the west, we saw the flooding in Lake Charles earlier today, and then way back to the west into southeast Texas, upwards of 16 inches of rain here. Water was over I-10 between Beaumont and Winnie, and we had the flooding in Lake Charles, about 12 inches of rain officially in Lake Charles, 12.3 I think was the number, and Lafayette we're pushing in the 7 to 8 range officially out at the airport, with rain ongoing at this hour, and certainly a record for the date more than likely. So as for the severe weather threats, we had several tornadoes reported, a couple of tornadoes, one that was quite photogenic up in St. Landry Parish, several reported with a storm that moved out of Vermilion Parish. And of course the Weather Service will do their damage surveys when the water goes down. That may take several days. Also back through Jeff Davis Parish and into eastern Calcasieu Parish, perhaps flooding conditions here. There's that lightning and Gaydon that caused the power outage, more flooding over by Baton Rouge, and lightning strikes causing issues. And then back to the west, you see all the flood reports across southeast Texas as well, with those storms and how things populated throughout the day today. So here we go with the forecast. This is the latest run of the high resolution rapid refresh model, and by 2 o'clock in the morning, it looks like things will finally be settling down and a bit of a breakthrough first thing tomorrow morning. We'll keep our fingers crossed, but I think we might see more action developing during the day tomorrow. This model not indicating, and again, mind you, the models have not been that good, but once they get locked in, they do very well. This run not maybe as accurate as the one that we showed you earlier, so we're going to maintain a high rain chance tomorrow in the 70 to 80% 50% range. We're hopefully that we won't see much more heavy rainfall, but as we head into Wednesday, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, more heavy-duty storms moving into the area, perhaps the threat of a few severe storms as well, and another several inches of rain that will continue into Wednesday, and we may do it again Thursday. Notice there's plenty of action back to the west here into Texas. That energy's got to get here, and that won't get here till Thursday. That's why it's going to be a rough couple of days ahead. Just in the next 39 hours, this is the latest high-resolution rapid refresh model. We stop it at 7 o'clock in the morning, and look at this model right on, forecasting 4 to 5 inches of rain with the storms ongoing right now. This will be through 2 o'clock in the morning, so more flash flooding possible for Iberia and St. Mary parishes, and then you add the additional rainfall coming in, so at least another 2 to 4 through midday Wednesday, and we're probably going to add to that. And again, anywhere you see these yellow, these are hot spots approaching 8 inches of rain, so more flooding in the forecast as we go in the days ahead, but exactly where we can't tell you. So here's the 24-hour forecast. Rain chances perking up again during the day. We have that flash flood watch going. Hopefully these numbers are lower based on the latest model run, but we got to get 2 model runs in a row before we feel more confident about that. So we keep the rain chances high tomorrow into Wednesday, perhaps Thursday as well. Fortunately, as we get into the weekend and beyond, a drier, quieter, and more summer-like pattern down the road. But in the near term, stay with us. We'll have the very latest overnight tonight if needed, and of course on GMA tomorrow morning.